Willkommen, bienvenue, and welcome back to Super Mario Maker Live with Light. Let's send out announcement. Hey there, Aiden. Okay. That has been sent. Monitors appear to be monitoring. So let's get started with our science. Let's see. How do we... Ah, that's how. I'm gonna make this really small for now. And so we'll grab some ground and send it off across. Okay, and what I'm going to try to science out here is whether or not we can make, whether or not the shell direction thing still works. So, actually... we're gonna need some one-ways. You feel like you have the best font? It's a pretty good font. So, we just need space. And we need a shell. Hello, shell. Right here. And then we need our good friend Spring. Sideways, of course. And just for good measure, we'll put it on one of these. And then we'll need the switch. Oops.
Here we go.
And then this should... Ooh. We need to... Oops. I'm still getting used to which buttons do what. Yeah, out of the park indeed. Okay.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Okay, so it's always going to the left.
Here we go.
So no matter which way we move, it should always go to the left.
Here we go. Here we go.
And so eventually we'll make this into a functional thing. But that's not what I want to show. What I want to show is... Oops.
Here we go.
This.
Here we go. Here we go.
Okay, now what I want to science is this.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Okay, so now what if it is on the same level?
Here we go.
Left. Okay, so what do we have that will put it ever so slightly higher? Because I know Munchers will put it ever so slightly lower. Oh, that's a good thing to test. Munchers will make it ever so slightly lower. And we lost our Muncher. Come back, Muncher. We need you. For science!
Here we go.
Okay.
Here we go.
Okay, that is at least one Muncher too many.
Here we go.
So I'm fairly certain we can just delete Munchers until it goes the other way.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Okay. So we have found the position of quantum shenanigans.
Here we go.
Where if it is in that position, it goes right. If it's in this position, it goes left. Which I think we can manage. Because if we just make this one longer... Oh, you can't make it one longer. Oh, that's going to be really annoying. Because now we can't really center it on that. How do we get something that will be half the time above and half the time below? Like, do we do it like this? And, like, give it wings?
Here we go.
No, because then it's above way longer than it's below. Maybe we can move it all down by one? Maybe then it'll be one and one and one and one and one and one and nope, it's above longer than it's below.
Here we go.
Aiden, you have an idea? What's your idea? Because each of these things has to be an odd number long. Can we trapezoid it? Not quite. No, that doesn't work. That's the same exact problem. How close is that?
Here we go.
Hmm. Because I don't want to make it too fair or too unfair. I mean, I suppose I could bias it towards success. Or against, depending on our mood. Okay, so we can't compactify that way. Although, we could probably do this.
Here we go.
Oh, right, they need to be... Oops. Same state, not altered.
Here we go.
Okay. Oops. And then... the way it'll dispense is with note blocks.
Here we go.
Oh, it doesn't hit it.
Here we go.
Oh, because it's in the air. I'm not sure exactly what you're saying there, Aiden. Is that a suggestion for how to get the spring exactly the way we want it?
Here we go.
Okay, so that does send it up. Interesting. Let me see if I can parse what you're saying. On top, top, bottom, circle. That would mean it would have to be vertical to have a bottom circle. middle, both circle, bottom, top circle.
Here we go.
I am clearly misconstruing something you said. Although, gives me an idea that we should be able to just do that.
Here we go.
And now it spends half of its time above this line and half of its time below that line.
Here we go.
Not sure it's exactly right. Bam, 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 bam. Nope, not right. Because this is good if the center of gravity was the center of the spring, but it's the bottom of the spring. So it's spending more time below than above. Because the bottom is traveling 3 squares down here, but it's only traveling 2 squares that way.
Here we go.
Okay, that's fun, but not doing exactly what we want.
Here we go. Here we go.
Okay, so having on-off switches might be a problem, because you can just hit them again. But they're not the only sort of switch we can use for this. We can use P-switches and whatnot. I just want to
Here we go.
test out the randomization potential.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Oh, it missed.
Here we go.
Bam, 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 bam. Now we've created the opposite problem. Here we go, creating the same problem over and over again.
Here we go.
Bam, 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 bam. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and cha 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 dun 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 dun. We're getting closer. That's a 3 to 4 instead of a 2 to 3. What if we took the wings off?
Here we go.
Because that only bounces it 1 square higher. So that'll spend 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3.
Here we go.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Oh, and then it has the back and the fourth. 2, 3. Oh. Without the wings, it might work with just straight up.
Here
No,
we go.
wait. No wings.
Here we go.
Chick, 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 chick. Cross, 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 cross. Nope, it's spending too much time below.
Here we go.
Okay, let's... Saving it. Okay, let's see whether or not Aiden's solution is, in fact, the solution we're looking for. QHN M 5E RW G. Okay, so this has the same problem that my other solution had, where you only had 2 segments. It would work perfectly if the trigger were the center of the spring. But the trigger is the bottom of the spring. And so consequently, this will spend more time below the line and less time above it. So it'd be tick, tick, tick. It's hard to tell when it's this far apart, though. Tick, 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 tick. Yeah, it's real hard to show the timing when it's this far apart. Now, it'll probably be better with the longer period, because the proportion between the top and the bottom will be closer. But I don't really want the time period to be that wide, because people doing the level multiple times would likely finish in that amount of time close to how they did it previously. Hey there, Carson DeVoe. How's it going? And so I'm doing all right. We're doing a little bit of science, and I'm just being fussy about the numbers. So that solution would be like this.
Here we go.
I wish I had a good way of showing how much time it spent above and below. Because this is similar to, but not equivalent to, this solution. Where you've got a bar that is an even number of blocks long. It spends, as an item, half the time on the top and half the time on the bottom, but due to its center of mass being lower, it's on the top less than it's on the bottom. Click, 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 click. And it's easier to demonstrate here with the varying tempo of click, 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 wait, click, click, wait, click, click, wait, click, click, wait. I wonder if I can make something that would actually demonstrate it. I don't think I've got enough room on the screen. So it's close. It's probably good. But I kind of want something perfect. So what happens if we just take this guy and move it up one?
Here we go.
Click, 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 click. So when your positive space has to be even, just add some negative space. Again, probably not perfect because there is a little acceleration in the middle there because of the wings. But I think this is much better than what we had. Click, 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 click. Yeah, that's pretty good. And so they would get here at a relatively random time and go to the right. Okay, now for the real test.
Here we go.
I'm pretty sure the entire vertical space is loaded. We did this science before.
Here we go.
So this should always go to the right. Okay. So the entire vertical space is loaded, so we cannot be hiding anything up top.
Here we go.
Click. Click. Checka. Chat. Checka. Chat. Checka. Chat. Yeah, it's good. That's all we need. Because I wanted to do the science with the munchers, wanted to get the timing right on this guy such that we could have a time-based one. And so it isn't necessarily the step-based one. So even if they run with the same exact input somehow, you have a time-based version that also works. And we don't have to use the time-based version. We can use the step-based versions with the coins or the clown cars. And so that is good. So now
Here we go.
that we have that scienced out, we don't need to worry about my other idea. We can just think about this one. And so I want to have a randomness thing at the end of each of most likely 4 rooms, and each of the 4 rooms will have an interesting chain chomp thing in them. And so depending on how long we want them to be, we can have them all in the main. We could put 2 in the main, 2 in the sub. We could put them all in the sub. But we want them to be relatively easy, because whoever's doing them might need to do them multiple times. Hey there, Zanman, how's it going? Okay, we have a solution, but we'll check out Aiden's just to see whether or not it's just as good as ours. And then we'll get to making the actual fun part of the level. NXY 6 QW Y4G. Y4G indeed. Okay. Click. 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 Dun, 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 click. Dun, dun. Click. 3, 4, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's so hard to judge the tempo on one that takes this long to go. But it, once again... Well, no, because this one has the one space apart, like ours has one space apart. So this... should be comparable to the solution that we have. But it also looks like it should be the same as the previous solution, so... But again, it has too long of a cycle for what I want it to do. But thank you. And it's so much easier to just look at it than try to parse it out in text. So yours was like this, but it went up and around and down to here, and then down and around and back up to here. And so... should have this... Yes. So yours should have the same result as mine, but yours has a much longer period. And so the success versus the failure would be the same length, but they would be longer. And so you'd have wider gaps into which people could fall. And so it would feel less random, because if they ran at the same speed as usual, they would be more likely to get the same result over and over again, which would be really frustrating in this level. So your solution is a valid solution. And so with this, we need you to be able to get a different result even if you run through it pretty much the same. Or else you're going to be stuck on the level forever, which is no bueno. But now we need to make the fun stuff. And so we take everything... Oops. And we delete it. All gone. We know what it was. We know how it works. We don't need it anymore. And so, what we need to do is make some fun things with Chain Chomps. I can't do it in 3D World because I want to use Chain Chomps. And we need a good spin jump. So it needs to be Mario U or Super Mario World. And I kind of want to do Mario World for lack of wall jumps, really. Okay, so let's stretch this out a bit. I hate not being able to use a touchpad. No. How do we scroll fast again? I don't know how to scroll fast. Press both of the sticks? No. Press the left stick? No. Oh, right, and we need to have the bricks go all the way across the top eventually. Oof. Actually, we probably don't, because we're not going all the way up. So let's just delete those. Sandman, stop making demands! Direction plus... that one. Square. Thank you. That helps a lot. Okay, so... we need this first one to be super duper bloody simple. What is the coolest simple thing you can do with chain chomps? Is there a way to hang a chain chomp without it moving? That is question number 1. So we have a chain chomp. If we put it on a track, it'll move. But that's okay. We could just make it a chain chomp gondola. So we want it at that height. And we'll just drop them on in. Oh, well, that's gonna be mildly problematic. Okay. So we're gonna have to get them to drop in line appropriately. So it'll take 1, 2. So something like this.
Here we go.
Going the wrong way.
Here we go.
Well, if they're going to be going the wrong way, we can add them at a different time. Have a good one, Aiden. Thanks for being here.
Here we go.
Man, how do you... Well, I suppose if you just make them big, it'll be fine. Just let them be how they are. Let's make it a first-class carriage. That's a mighty fine panda. Apparently, Darkest Dungeon is mistreating Extortion Bunny again.
Here we go.
That jester indeed. Whoops. There we go.
Here we go.
Okay, and then we're gonna need our next track like here.
Here we go.
Okay, there's a bit of a problem with them needing to turn around. And so we're just gonna delete all of this. And just put them straight on the track. You get no time. Well, you get a little time as they're turning. Well, no, because we can't have them turn around. So why can no one else answer this either-or questions, Ant-Man? So would I rather vacation in Arkansas, or... I need an or.
Here we go.
Because it's not a would you rather unless there's an or. Or Vegas? Well, I've never been to Arkansas,
Here we go.
and I don't have any particular reason to go back to Vegas. So I'm going to go with Arkansas.
Here we go.
Okay, so now I want to make this look like a bridge. Without it actually being a bridge. Yeah, but now you can get up top. I mean, gonna have to put something solid on the top now.
Here we go.
Oh, maybe you can't quite get up there.
Here we go.
Okay. That's not bad. Yeah, I don't like the window style for this. I might be okay with this. Probably not for the main part of it, though. Like, let's do a little more with it and have something... something like this. Of course it's off by 1. Why wouldn't it be off by 1? There we go.
Here we go.
Just a couple of decorative munchers.
Here we go.
Totally not intended to kill you. But maybe if you get a little greedy, they might. Anything else that works well as a decoration? Maybe a thwomp. Like, stack a sideways thwomp.
Here we go.
Yeah, flames could be good. Don't want to overdo it.
Here we go.
Yeah, that seems like a perfectly reasonable, super easy first trial. What's going on with which thwomp? Well, they would if they were aiming down, probably. But I'm having them aim to the side so they don't cause any extra noise.
Here we go.
Oh yeah, they're wobbling back and forth. Just for a little bit of added coolness. coming to get me. Okay. Then we need our machine. And so up here, we need a little something. Well, if we're not using on-off switches for anything else, we can use them. Oh, are we going to use the... How are we going to trigger it? That's the real question. Ezra Abdel, welcome back. So how are we going to trigger the randomness? Our options are on-off switch and P-switch? And the trouble with an on-off switch is we then need to be able to toggle it again. So we need a detector over here. Okay. Sandman, we might not even be going to the sub. Why are you just making random requests? I do appreciate the feedback when I ask the question, though. That is much appreciated. Okay, so... we need to drop here. 1, 2, there. This, that, the other. And we need note blocks. Whoa, that is not what I want. Okay, so... keep thinking I hit the button for grab, and I'm not. Okay, so let's put this in this wall. And then here... trying to think of how to open up a door for the player in a way that is very unlikely to kill them, but also won't block the door. Can you still... drop a donut block with a muncher on it? Why do you hate schools, Ant-Man? School is awesome.
Here we go.
No, it does not seem like you can.
Here we go.
Nope, not even with iframes. Okay, so that's no bueno. Well, I could be mean about it. Oh, but... yeah, I could be mean about it. And make you have to do a ledge entry. Where's my BAMs? And then we need vines. And then we need a P door. That goes right there. And then we need a P switch. Oh, I'm not gonna have enough doors.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we
Should
go.
automatically go to the left, P switch door. All right, I didn't load the contraption.
Here we go.
Yep, would definitely help if I loaded the contraption. And then we need our spring. Right there. And we are good to go.
Here we go.
Always to left. Why for did it not work?
Here we go.
Okay, so that worked. Why does it not work from down here?
Here we go.
Hundog is definitely cute. So is it unwilling to spawn the muncher?
Here we go.
That's within the spawn distance. And the spawn distance above is infinite. It'll spawn the whole way up. It'll only spawn a couple to the right, but it'll spawn all the way up. Oh, her god.
Here we go.
Okay, so it worked perfectly right there.
Here we go.
Does not work there. Whereas if we just put a muncher here instead,
Here we go.
it just works. You're on Xbox. Neat.
Here we go.
See? It will spawn the muncher all the way up there. But it will not drop a muncher out of a note block from up there.
Here we go.
That's... So lowering it one more will make it fine. That's not what I'm worried about. I'm worried about them seeing the contraption. I don't want them to see the contraption. I want them to hit this on-off switch, and then it does something. Because right now they can see the contraption, and it doesn't work.
Here we go.
Like, they can see the P-switch up there. And that's not what I want. So... we need to change how this operates. So let's have it bonk this from beneath. Like that.
Here we go.
So that's better. Let's
Here we go.
double check our on-off detector. Okay, so that's good. That I can live with.
Here we go.
Okay. And then we just build our timer. Like so. And then we grab everything and move it up one. And we grab our spring, put it right side up with wings on the track.
Here we go.
Ah, we're just the worst. Can't even pass the initial trial.
Go.
It's supposed to be the super easy one. Always landing in the same spot. Get a little bit greedy.
Here we go.
I love it. My instincts always lead me right to that same spot.
Here we go.
Okay, and then we figure out what timing we like and go kabonk. Oh, right. We have the same problem. We can't drop a muncher from that high. So we'll bring this down here, along with these. Actually, I think we might need to put this here. And then we need a one-way to make sure it doesn't come back. No, that's not what I wanted.
Here we go. Here we go.
Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. Ooh, I have an idea. Actually, no, we don't need to kill it. Did they touch a syphilis rock?
Go.
Oh yeah, don't touch the fish.
Here we go.
Okay, so that worked. I don't really like it, but it worked. What could we do instead? Because we need to make it such that we can allow access to the door that can be reset for multiple runs. And we can't really stack things, right? So we can't just put this here and then
Here we
put
go.
a bullet bill launcher on top of it or something. Or can we?
Here we go.
Seems we can. Well, that was unexpected. It looks awful. But that's okay. We can fix the way it looks.
Here we go.
Okay. Actually, we should just give him a power-up. I don't mind them being big for this stuff.
Here we go.
What? Oh, it can't restock this P-switch. Well, that's going to be a problem with this whole design, is we need things that cause restockable changes of navigation. Suppose we could make the shell big and have it press a P-switch. But we didn't test the science on big shells now, did we? Other things that could work. Ooh, okay, let's try something. Let's fill this with a vine. Put a P-switch on top of it. Put a one-way facing up to keep the muncher off of it. Let's try that.
Here we go.
Excuse me? P-switch is too tall. Why is the P-switch too tall?
Here we go.
Okay, we need to guarantee that it goes to the left.
Here we go.
Wait, why is it going to the right? Because there's a P-switch above the spring now. Use a cloud it's not gonna matter. There's a P-switch above the spring now. P-switch above the spring is no bueno. We can only do things downward. Yeah, that springs, P-switches, and POWs that influence the spring directionality. And so, what can we have this do in a downward direction? To trigger a respawning P-switch and then stop being an issue. But yeah, thanks for the insight, Captain Wingding. That would be very helpful if we didn't have bigger problems. Okay, so let's attempt to Okay, put that there. We'll need ground all around. Then we'll need a note block and a cannon. I think this'll work. So let's delete this ground. Interesting. Well, that's quite the pterodactyl / Ridley cyborg thing. So that'll drop into that hole, which means we can't leave that just open like that. Okay, we have a thing. Does it work?
Here we go.
It appears to work. Hey, and we triggered it a second time. It's a functioning thing. And I didn't spin jump because I was holding a spring. Okay, so can we minify this in any way, shape, or form? The bot might die? Give it a shot. I did upgrade the bot, so it should be able to handle whatever you throw at it. Gracefully. Because we need to trap the shell on this side such that it doesn't trigger the other side. And so we want it to come past this one way. We can't put the one ways over top of one another. So it has to be at least that wide. We can reduce the number of tiles, but that's not really the minification I'm looking for.
Here we go.
Yeah, I should probably put a one-way here, such that they don't kill themselves.
Here we go.
Every time. Every time.
Here we go. Here we go.
Okay, we have a successful first section. And so the next section will likely have a P-door and a pipe instead of a door. But it'll have this same randomizer. And the P-door will bring you back here. And the pipe will take you to the sub.
Here we go.
I'm gonna have so many random captures that I've taken. Oops. Wasn't paying attention.
Here we go.
There are gonna be so many X's there from people who do the same thing I do. Two weeks of school will give you the American Ninja Word Challenge. That sounds challenging. Yeah, you'll probably have a couple of X's at the Switch. Yeah. With people who underestimate the doggos. Yeah. Like, that's just my instinct every time, and I hold the extra... Like, I hold down for the larger spin, but I don't hit again, and so I don't get the extra height. Man, that's 3 times in a row getting that.
Here we go.
Oops.
Here we go.
There we go. And then I jump into the lava.
Here we go.
Yeah, I need to add the brrrt sound effect too. Every time. Like, it's starting to feel like I should change it.
Here we go.
Because it's not supposed to be difficult. But that one muncher at the top, and the way they swing here, is kind of annoying. Well, unfortunate.
Here we go.
But you know what? If they want to go and see that, they can go and see that. I might be okay with that. I don't anticipate stealing that spring to be a great boon. We'll just have to keep in mind for later sections that they might have a spring. But I'd say this is a fairly decent section. Do any of you have suggestions for anything we should add or remove that have a justification? Something that you can say why you want it. Meanwhile, I'm going to make a copy of this and see how it... Oh, I can't put it there because that's the starting area. Right. So no extra rampart. I mean, I could make a cute little rampart around this guy. So Sandman, why Mario Bros. U?
Here we go.
What will that add to the process, the level, the experience? Oh, it's too small. It's too small for a thwomp to fit in.
Here we go. Here we go.
Yeah, and it doesn't look anywhere near as cool like that. So we'll just leave the thwomp as he is. Might make him big. That's very chunky. Perhaps too chunky. Let's see how he looks.
Here we go.
Oops. I mean, they look okay. Still not 100%, but
Here we go.
they look okay. So what do y'all think? Big chonky thwomps or tiny thwomps? Keep the absolute units. Big thwomps for sure. Okay.
Here we go.
Just to do a little bit of obscurifying back there. Okay, so that is section number 1 completed. Only 3 more sections to go. And we're not doing them all tonight. Okay, so what we need is to take this guy and copy it over here. Okay, so that shouldn't trigger while we're over here.
Go.
Okay, so it'll be like this. It's not supposed to trigger, but it might trigger. So let's start over here
Here we go.
and see if it triggers. We might need to move it. You want Jesse Graff to become the American Ninja Warrior for Season 2? Chunk. That's good. So I, Jesse Graff. Chong. That's good. And then we go through the door and ka-chong. Let's put some ground to make sure that our thing does in fact fire. And we really don't need that. Okay.
Here we go.
Right, but why Jesse Graff and not somebody else? I don't watch it, so I don't really know anybody else. Oh no. Good. Okay, so what should be the cool thwomp thing for section 2 of Markov Chain Chomps? At some point, we are going to need to have at least one chomp in a cloud. That's just a thing that needs to happen. Not a thwomp. A chomp. Chomp, chomp, chomp. I keep getting thwomps and chomps backwards. It has to be a chomp. Let me just put him on the screen so we all know who I'm talking about. It's this boy. Right here.
Here we go.
So it has to be this chomp. We need this chomp to do a thing. And we need something cool for this chomp to do. I do want to check whether or not a particular thing is still a thing. I don't know if it was like this.
Here we go.
Okay, first off, no wings, no shoot.
Here we go.
Okay. Need additional wallage.
Here we go.
No, it needs to be facing the wrong direction. We need to turn it around.
Here we go.
I don't remember the setup. There's a setup, at least there was, where you could make Chain Chomps fly, and they would just do weird floaty things, but I don't know how to set it up right. Okay, so one thing we definitely have to do is chomp in a cloud. Where are my clouds? Not this type of cloud. I need a Lockatoo cloud, which means I need a Lockatoo. Here he is. Just the cloud with a chomping. And let's make him chonky. And in the lava.
Here we go.
Yeah, it's very probable that it's been patched.
Here we go.
Yeah, the trouble with these guys is you can't just use them as a taxi. You need to use them to get past obstacles. Because you just can't keep up. It's just impossible. But also, we need to see whether or not he will come and attack us when we're over here. I don't think he will. Because he shouldn't be loaded. And this won't scroll any farther. But now he'll go through that wall. Or won't he? Why is he not coming to get us? Yeah, so the big problem with these guys is that you can't rely on them. And so we need another one up here. There isn't a note block anymore, Zanman. How far behind are you?
Here we go.
Mixer's supposed to have sub-second latency. Why are you like 30 seconds behind? So I think with 2 of them, it should be feasible, but man, is that way too hard. That is not the level of difficulty I want for this.
Here we go.
Really? Really, Mario? You're just gonna walk right off the edge?
Here we go.
Being Ouija does not excuse him. Okay, so yeah, this is not what we need to be doing in this area, but this is one of the chomp things that I want. I want a chomp in a cloud that will help get you over certain barriers, but also try to murder you, but in a super friendly doggy type way. Does anyone else have any suggestions for chain chomp things to do? Right, so there are going to be 4 phases. There are going to be 4 rooms. The first one's super easy. You just take the taxi across the river. One of them should be a chomp in a cloud. One of them, I think, is going to be a chomp that you bonk with a hat to get it high enough to do a spin jump up over a wall. Kind of want to do that. So I need at least one more idea. For curiosity's sake, I want to build a thing where we put a unchained chomp in a tornado.
Here we go.
He's not as hopeless as I was hoping. Can I put him on a Galumba? No, you cannot put an unchained chomp on top of a goon.
Here we go.
Except I just did. Well, that's weird. But they are not held captive by tornadoes. So tornadoes do not keep things captive. Shame. Okay, things that turn around. Dry bones.
Here we go.
So that's pretty good. I like that. Like having dudes like this in close quarters. So you have guys like this. You could have Rocky. With one on him.
Here we go.
And so everything's Ever so slightly invincible.
Here we go.
Well, that's downright terrifying.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
A bit of boom booms with chomps on their heads. It just looks really strange. I'm not a fan of how it looks. Because he's not even on him, he's just kind of floating above his head. Like, at least with Bowser Jr., you put one on his head and
Here we go.
it's on him. Oh, okay, so there is no Boom Boom alternate anywhere else but 3D World. Okay. Oh, one other thing that we can do with chomps is we can put them in hooks.
Here we go.
So we might want to try something with Chain Chomps and hooks. Chain Chomps and clown cars.
Here we go.
So yeah, Chain Chomps in clown cars are a lot safer than these other ones. So we might wanna consider Chain Chomp in a clown car and save this idea for some other time. Because we don't want these rooms to be that hard. We want you to have to be able to complete them several times. And be like, ah, man. And so, yeah, he helps you over barriers, just like the one in the cloud, but more vertically rather than horizontally. Okay. You can put them on Thwomps, you can put them on Hammer Bros, but I don't really like Hammer Bros. Can you put them on Piranha Plants?
Here we go.
Well, you certainly can. To make yourself a too high Piranha Plant. Well, that claw is certainly not helping matters.
Here we go.
So, it doesn't do a whole lot. until... you put him back on his stump.
Here we go.
And now he's a menace to society. Yeah, I remember there was a Planet Chomp thing where you were trying to save your Chomp buddies. I don't know about the vertical sub, because I don't necessarily want you to have to ride him all the way up, and it would be too hard to have you dodge stuff while trying to keep him going up properly. I don't know. But it might be okay. Because then we could have the Cloud version and the Clown Car version both vertical. And have it be like a wide tower climb thing. Where if you're really good at climbing the dude, you can just go and go and go and go. Yeah, that might be good. And then out here, we'll probably do something like these. I don't know. We'll think about what to do in this second area. The third and the fourth could very well be vertical with jumping chasms with the Cloud and then climbing with the Clown Car. Just need to make sure that it's absolutely resettable and we can still make our randomness machine work properly in the vertical area. Yeah. But I do need to get going. I need to get on a decent sleep schedule this week. I've got a very big exam on Friday. And so, yeah. I will probably stream after it on Friday, but I make no promises. It's a 4-hour-long test. Who knows what I'll be up for afterwards. But I am having ribs, so we may very well be ready to stream. And if I do stream on Friday, it will be Ori and the Blind Forest. Before we forget, we are going to save our work. We should have saved many times already. But alas, we did not. So, thank you all for being here. I will probably be here streaming 7:30 on Friday. It might even be 6:30 on Friday. Who knows? Probably won't be at 6:30. But thank you for being here. Thank you for the input. Thank you for putting up with my science. And I will see you in the next live stream or video of Super Mario Maker, or Ori and the Blind Forest, or Dead Cells, or who knows what with light.